Unscripted.
We've got some pretty significant changes coming along the line for the PlayStation 5 and what Sony is actually doing, and it's a very stark contrast to what Microsoft is doing and their plans for the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. And it really just comes down to which console you actually prefer, maybe which console's games you prefer. If you actually like exclusive content and exclusive games, obviously you're going to go with the PlayStation brand. If you enjoy, playing just multiplats and not having anything significant to play that's first party wise, then you go with Xbox. I honestly would not understand why anybody would choose to go with Xbox at this particular time, just given the fact that they've gone now 530 straight days without a AAA game release, and that's a little bit disheartening to say the least, because you have some quality things going on in Xbox, and it just makes you shake your head a bit and say, well, what are they doing? Whose fault is this? It takes 4 to 5 years to plan and release a new console, and they've released 5 new consoles since 2016, but only 4 AAA games since 2016. So it goes to show you that there is something kind of amiss there. But when it comes to Sony, they've actually come out and done something quite unexpected, and I got to say that this is pretty appealing and pretty fantastic to see this come about. And I got to also say that bravo to them for actually being able to get out there and sort of get this stuff announced in such a way that, fans can be excited and also be excited for the future. Because I feel like, when it comes to video games and when it comes to gaming in general, most of us, we get excited by stuff, but we also have to look at these things as sort of like an investment. We get these consoles and we're not really sure kind of what to expect, and then when stuff comes about, we kind of get this idea of really what we're going to get in the future. And I think that's what's really making people excited for the PlayStation 5 right now. When it comes to the Xbox Series X, they're doing some things. I mean, I guess if you're really into backwards compatibility and stuff, they've got some cool announcements and stuff going on over there. Just nothing when it comes to like new games. You see Sony kind of talking about new games, even Nintendo, they're doing directs and stuff like that, talking about new games, and Microsoft is kind of just stuck old hat talking about old stuff. So realistically, you have 2 separate companies doing 2 separate things to try and get your money. Which one is going to be best for you? I guess that really depends on which company you really kind of back. For me personally, it's just whoever has the games. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. It could be Xbox, it could be PlayStation. It doesn't particularly matter to me any way, shape, or form. It just really matters where the games are. And I like really good games, so that should help a little bit. But this news from Sony, fantastic, a great promise to you, me, gamers everywhere. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel and it means a lot to me personally. I want to take this minute to thank everybody for supporting the channel and say, if you are looking to support a little small crappy channel like me, the best way to do it is a simple like. It very much goes a long way, and it is free for you to do. So with that being said, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. Thank you guys so much for continuing to rock out with me. So Sony made some very interesting claims and some interesting promises, and this is something that I feel is very much worthy of a video and talking about, because it really goes to show that they get the idea behind making things exclusive, and not just things exclusive, also making games exclusive, right? I just feel like this is something that they should really kind of do the best that they can with. And it's not just about your first party, right? Like, we can sit there and we can go, well, Sony has a great first party studio, and they can probably put out 2 or 3 big AAAs a year and probably a couple AA and stuff like that. It's really more about putting out stuff that makes your console owners feel special. We're going out there spending, $500-$600 on these consoles, even more, buy multiple controllers. We're spending our hard-earned money on these things, and what's the payoff? Basically, if you're a PlayStation owner, the payoff is you're going to use those and play, multiplats, of course, but those are everywhere. And you're also going to be able to play the exclusive games, which are exclusive when it comes to Sony. So I do feel like that's something that, they've done a really good job at. And, when it comes to Microsoft, they're basically just saying they don't care where you play their games at. They don't really care if you buy their console. They don't care about this. They don't care about that. And I think that's probably the biggest difference between the two companies. Microsoft has given up on getting any kind of added bonus for you as an Xbox owner, whether it be maps or something first or a piece of DLC first. They really just don't care, and at the end of the day, that's very unfortunate. Now, I want to get into this story because I just felt like it was very much worthwhile talking about, and something that I think a lot of people are going to be very excited for. But here we go. Like, this is really cool stuff. So Sony apparently has spent $329 million on developing new PlayStation Studios games from third-party developers since April of 2020. Now, this is very significant if you're a PlayStation 5 owner for a lot of reasons, and I wanted to get into this because I felt like it was very much worthwhile talking about. So we've discovered just how much Sony has been forking out on publishing agreements with exclusive partnerships for PlayStation, thanks to the newest quarterly securities report for the company. Now, the report states under Section 9 commitments, contingent liabilities, and others the following. Certain subsidiaries in the Game and Network Services segment have entered into long-term contract for the development, distribution, and publishing of game software. These contracts cover various periods, mainly within 7 years. As of December 31st, 2020, these subsidiaries were committed to make payments of 34 million yen under such contracts. To clarify things, this actually means that in the current fiscal year, from April 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020, Sony has committed to spending $329 million on publishing agreements and partnerships for PlayStations, which will be paid out over 7 years. This is laying the groundwork for future partnerships and games down the line from other developers and existing developers within the PlayStation Studios ecosystem. So this is obviously only covers PlayStation 5 exclusive developed by teams that aren't owned by Sony, such as Returnal, Demon's Souls, Sackboy, a Big Adventure. Sony's own studios such as Insomniac Games and Naughty Dog don't contribute to this number at all, which is the same for third-party exclusives such as Final Fantasy XVI, Project Athia, and Deathloop. So this is a very substantial number for just 2020 alone, and suggests that PlayStation 5 players are in store for a lot more exclusives and new games in the future from developers brought into the PlayStation Studios brand, as Sony spends upwards of $100 million on its biggest first-party projects. However, the games that this $329 million are contributing to will likely be smaller scale AAA projects, or maybe stuff that will be, exclusive for a certain amount of time or something along those times. So, hopefully this is something that obviously is going to be very attractive to PlayStation gamers just over the long term. And I feel like that's something that, everybody is going to want to be talking about, and that everybody's going to want to kind of get a handle on. This is exactly why, we keep seeing stuff like this happening. And again, this is just really one of those things that everybody is just going to be excited for a lot of different reasons. And I love the fact that Sony's out there investing. Yes, they've got the best studios on the market right now, but that doesn't stop them from investing, long term, and getting even more content, because that's what's king right now. You got to have the content that's out there, sort of, doing everything they can for the gamers. Make gamers feel special, make them feel like you want them on your platform, and I feel like that's something that Sony is really kind of good at doing. And what I mean by this is very simple, okay? Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo are two Bethesda games who Microsoft are about to own, and they're doing exclusive. Those games are 1 year timed exclusives on PlayStation. So again, getting content first is very important, and they did it with Final Fantasy VII Remake, okay? And it sold very well. You get this thing on there, and it sells, 5-8 million copies on PlayStation alone, and you see that people kind of are really receptive to that. Now, it's not anti-consumer. A lot of people get this confused. Oh, well, that's anti-consumer. No, it's not anti-consumer. It's pro-PlayStation. There is a huge difference there, okay? This is how the world works, okay? If you like a football team, an NFL team, and they go out and sign a big free agent, is that anti-consumer for the other teams that didn't pick up that free agent? No, it's pro their own team, right? That's the way this stuff works. This is the way life works, okay? You go out of your way and kind of do what you can to get to attract people to your own type of people and attract people to what they want on that platform. And that's exactly what they're doing, and I feel like that's incredible that we've been able to kind of see this and kind of get this out there. So yeah, this is really cool to see. I've got to say, it impresses me to no end the way that they've been able to continue to get content, no matter if it's their own first party, second party, third party. They've done a fantastic job. They've really kind of nailed it and knocked it out of the park. Love seeing this. Love continue to see the support. It really shows that Sony knows what the fans want and they go after that. So with that being said, I will of course link this in the description below. You fine folks can take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care of each other. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.